Hey Jeff, good afternoon. It is Jay Obertans at Rorik Mazda. I wanted to reach out to personally thank you once more for the opportunity. It means a lot. If we can make Mazda, stick within the Mazda family as you currently have yours, it's something I would be very grateful for. I truly set out to do a tremendous goal this December, and I'm going to do whatever it takes. So one thing I thought would be really helpful and probably the most respectful of your time is going through a lot of the different trim levels. Now, you had mentioned, obviously, one thing that would draw you back to the Mazda 3 is the fact that it has all-wheel drive, unlike the current one. However, you weren't really sure of some of the feature differences or value to cost and so forth. So, I have a select trim, a preferred trim, and a premium trim level to be able to show you the differences. And the key ticket that you're going to want to remember is $1,900. The reason why is, so for all-wheel drive, you have to go up to the select trim level. If you want to go to the preferred, I'll show you it with the features that you get, it's $1,900 more. If you want to go from the preferred into the top-end premium, it's an additional $1,900. So starting with the select, this is sort of the trim that most people are going to go for because it is pretty value-packed. Now, one thing with Mazda, you may or may not know, it is now joint partnered with Lexus, and the Mazda 3 is a joint partnership between Mazda and Lexus, which is why sort of the quality, the fit and finish, and materials kind of looks vast different than even things like the CX-5 and CX-9. Now, of course, you'll see the AWD badge. All of these vehicles are going to run the larger 2.5-liter Skyactiv engine and, of course, go out through dual exhaust. 18-inch wheels are going to be standard. Now, speaking of standard equipment, LED headlights will be standard, so you're going to have these very bright, piercing blue lights for nighttime driving. And if I walk up to this front emblem, you're going to see it's fake. It actually communicates with that camera on top of the windshield, as all of their safety features are standard. So you have your radar cruise control with stop and go. It gives this vehicle the ability to drive itself in stop and go traffic. Your headlights can read light at night and be able to turn on and off the high and low beams. You can actually aim them up and down manually. If you're drifting out of the lane, it's not only going to alert you, it'll actually gently give you like a little push back on the wheel to get you back in your lane. Blind spot monitoring will be standard, so you have those indicators that will light up in the side mirror to let you know if someone's kind of in that blind spot. And if you're part of the 2% of Pittsburgh that uses a turn signal, it'll beep at you. Same thing with your collision avoidance. So this vehicle, anywhere from idle speed forward to 80 miles an hour, if it ever senses you're going to crash into anything, large animal, cyclist, pedestrian, parked vehicle, car, or something, it will always alert you and then slam on the brakes to stop you. And of course, you'll have your backup camera. All Mazdas now are push-button start. You'll kind of see this is what the key fob looks like. It's sort of just a block that you carry with you. It is the advance key, so when I grab the handle... Oh, this one's not PDI'd yet, so I'll have to go ahead and try that one again on one of the other ones. So PDI just means it hasn't came... it just got in off the truck, so it hasn't went through service yet. So from a dash standpoint, you're going to see everything is pretty clean and horizontal. A little bit German style. So your screen now is 9 inches across, and it is no longer touch. So everything is going to be on that joystick-like system behind the gear shifter. Same thing, you'll notice the seating, though it's a little dark, you do have full leather seating here in the Select. And then you'll see the screen up here, dual climate system, even down here. This is sort of that knob that rolls around, rocks around, press down, volume for the radio over here. Among quite a few others. So again, this is going to be your select trim level. You even have their stock stereo system, which is a low-grade Mark Levinson placement. Now, kind of going to the preferred. Okay, so $1,900 more. Visually on the outside, there's not a single difference, except up there you're going to see the sunroof. Going into the preferred package is going to add the sunroof among 3 things for your seating. So I'm going to go ahead and take this key and grab the handle. And then you'll see it did register the key on this one because it is active. So let me go ahead and put the key back. So seating-wise and interior, you'll be able to see it a little bit better now that the interior lights and all the fuses are in on this one. So again, $1,900 difference is going to get us the sunroof. Now if we look down at the seat, so in the Select trim, it is an 8-way manual adjustment. In the Preferred trim, it is an 8-way power adjustment. If I kind of go right under there, you're going to see set 1 and 2 right there because you now pick up memory seats with your power adjustment and you pick up heated seats. So the only difference between a select trim level and a preferred trim level is a $1,900 increase, and that $1,900 gets you a power seat, it gets you memory seats with that power seat, it gets you heated seats, and a sunroof. From there, if you want to go into the premium level, which is a blue one I have over here, it is another $1,900. So now if you're asking yourself, okay, well, what am I getting for $1,900 now? And ironically, it's not much of all. So one, if I walk up here, you're going to see a little bit of a cutout up on top of the dash. The premium trim levels are going to add in a heads-up display. So it will project different information and speed and safety items up on the windshield in front of you. If I open up let me get the key a little closer and grab the handle. Perfect. The leather in the in the premium trim is slightly different. It's not going to be able to tell the difference up here in this lighting, but they use espresso perforations. So in the sunlight, your seating is actually going to kind of look brownish. It's going to have almost like a two-tone look to it. So that's something that you pick up. And you'll notice that you jump up into the massive Bose stereo system, and they actually did pay significant attention and did significant revisions on the Bose stereo system. The reason why I kind of put an emphasis on significant is though the stock stereo is truly amazing, Mazda really went out of their way to do the best that they could with the speaker placement and everything on their Bose system to really give it a bump above, so that way you kind of feel that, okay, the sound quality, I get what I pay for. So just recapping really quick. The select trim level had all the safety features, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, standard leather seats, the same 18-inch wheels on every trim level. So again, all three of these park next to each other. The only way you're going to tell if someone has a trim above the select is if it has a sunroof. It's $1,900 to get the sunroof plus your heated seats, your memory seats, and your power seat. And then it's $1,900 more to get your espresso inlay seats, your heads-up display, your, oh my gosh, I'm having a moment here, your Bose stereo system, and then the very last feature is adaptive lighting. So all three vehicles have the standard LED lights that can use high and low beam, that you can manually adjust up and down. The premium just takes it one step further and is able to pivot the lights left and right as you turn the steering wheel. Now, furthermore, you can go up into what is called a premium turbo. It is literally going to be like this red one. You'll see the only difference is they take the same wheel style and they just black them out and then add in the turbo engine. That is unfortunate because it's like $2,200 more, and then you can even go up further into Premium Plus to get things like heated steering wheel and 360-degree surround view cameras and so forth, which I think is going to be well out of our realm here. But the purpose of this was to really kind of show you some of those differences among the trim levels, just to kind of, for you to get a better feel and really figure out the options on what might work best for you from a trim level standpoint. Now, something very unique, especially when you're comparing not only the Mazda brand to other brands, but also to even other Mazda dealerships. We really take pride in ourselves at Roark. We're number 14 in the entire nation for customer service, but one thing that we do is give back. So our dealership is the only dealership in the entire East Coast that offers lifetime free maintenance on every vehicle. And it's not even that we offer it, it's standard on every vehicle. Meaning that every single oil change, every single yearly inspection that you'll ever need in the life that you own one of our vehicles here is free. Same thing with providing loaners. Mazda does not do service loaners. However, any service visit here at Roark, you have a free loaner vehicle, and you can stop by and get your car washed anytime. So it's a little, well, not even a little, it's a huge perk that we started called the Roark Advantage. But regardless, I'm going to kind of run down and get all of this uploaded. I figured I'd just take a quick walk around so that way you can kind of see our upstairs inventory. I appreciate the consideration, Jeff, and look forward to hearing back.